Everyone, today we will be continuing a lecture from 3.1 paper 2 Anthropology. Today we will be completing two topics, that is varnashrama and Purushartha. So I hope everyone have ideas on what is varnashrama and Purushartha. So 3.1 we have varnashrama, Purushartha, karma, rina and rebirth. Usually you will be getting 10 marker question, sometimes rarely 15 mark question. It's very simple topic, no more nothing more to teach about. In detail explanation it's not required, so it's just you can read the slides only, but I'll explain you in a detail. Okay, so firstly, Hindu society is divided into two coordinated system of social organization. See, what is varnashra Purushartha? Purushartha means, what is Purushartha? See, the whole life of an Hindu is divided into four ashramas. First ashrama is Brahmacharya, second Grihastha, third Vanaprastha. Like this, you will be having four ashramas. We will be studying in detail, and the four varnas is also known as Shatra Varna. What are the four varnas? Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, and Shudra. There are four varnas which is known as Shatarvarna. We will be studying in detail about it. Ashrama Dharma regulates the individual's social life to organize and management of individual and society. Why these are there? To organize and management of the society. These two schemes together called Varnashrama and Vanara Dharma. And there is one more concept, Purushartha. Purushartha. What is Purushartha means? To lead one's life into fulfill, you have to follow four rules. One is dharma, second is artha, third one is kama, fourth one is moksha. These are the moksha. These are the four purusharthas. In order to get moksha, one have to follow this dharma, artha and kama. The object of trivarga is moksha. What are the trivarga? Dharma, artha and kama. See, one, if you want to lead your life in fullest, a Hindu's life want to lead into your fullest, you need to follow this dharma, artha and kama. Okay, so let's jump into the syllabus. First thing, we'll be studying about Purushartha. Purushartha refers to the four goals rather than orientation. First one is dharma, artha, kama. As I said, moksha. The, the wish for a long span of life on earth is immediate desire of a person, but the ultimate goal is moksha. See, everyone wants to live 100 years. They want to live their life in a fullest, but in order to live, our Vedas and Upanishads have given this. In order to live your life in a fullest, you need to follow dharma, artha and kama and moksha. The theory of Purushartha provides the basic principles of Indian ethical system. These comprehend the whole man. In order to become a complete whole man, you need to follow this. If I want to give an example, Ram started Brahmacharya, then Vanaraprastha, Grihastha means marriage, then Vanaraprastha. So one's life is completed. Okay. This is four ashramas. Sorry. This is four ashramas. Okay, now let's, for these Purusharthas, also referred as Purusha Chaturthashrama. Dharma is a centripetals of human activities. For everything, you need to follow Dharma. What do you mean by Dharma? A righteous way. Anything, if you want to do anything, it should be in a right way. It is derived from the roots dar. What do you mean by dar? Which means to uphold, to support. Dharma means to nourish. Dhar means to uphold, to support, to nourish. In this history of Dharma Shastra, V.P. Kane is very lucid term explains Dharma as, see, V.P. Kane explain what is Dharma. the right the rights and duties of a man as a man. If you want to become a man, and what are the rights and duties, which is known as manava dharma, his duties and privileges as a member of the Arya community, which is Arya dharma. His special duties, rights and functions as a member of social group or a caste, varna or dharma is called varna dharma. See, one, if you want to become a rightful man, which is known as manava dharma, you have to do right things in order to lead in a society. Then the duties and privileges of a member of an Arya community, set of rules are there in an Arya community, that is known as Arya dharma. Okay, next, the rights and obligations of every man in changing of the stations of a life as a student to household, which is known as ashrama dharma. Means once in brahmacharya, if you attain, you need to maintain celibacy, you need to be disciplined, you have to follow the rules, which is this known as brahmacharya dharma. Then when you go to grihastha, you have to follow the rules of the grihastha, that is known as grihastha dharma. All these four is known as ashrama dharma. Dharma is simple in one word. If I want to say, dharma is a right action. Okay. Dharma is a centripetal force in nature which keeps things to the center. It is dharma that enables us to have the right satisfaction of desire. See, you will do all the wealth, money, everything. But if you are indulging in a very illegal manner, then whatever the wealth you have attained, you will be in a scared everything. I have this, I have done this, I'm not, you don't get sleep. But if you do it in a rightful manner, you can you will be happy. That's what, if you mean. So any action, if you want to do it in a right way. So dharma can be classified into many. One is one second. Okay. Dharma is an moral principle that guides individual to act ethically and truthfully. Social order regulates relationship between individual rights and community. One second. Okay, one is moral principle guides individual to act ethically and truthfully. Social order regulates relationship between individual, family, and communities. Then cosmic order continues the Vedic ideas of maintaining harmony in the universe. Context of specific dharma rituals. See, these are one thing. If I want to tell, dharma regulates the relationship between individual, family, and communities, guides individual to act ethically and truthfully. In one word, if you want to tell what is dharma, guides individuals to act ethically and truthfully. If you want to say, first you start with guides. What is dharma? Guides individual to act ethically and truthfully. Then define what according to VP Kane. What is dharma? These are the four, 1, 2, 3, 4 points. Then give a few example. That's it. If you want to, and then start with types of dharma. Types of dharma. One is sadharma. Sadharma, dharma. Truth, non-violence, compensation, honesty, self-control, forgiveness. Then swadharma. You have your own dharma. You believe something. This is right. This is wrong. Your personal duties are known as swadharma. Then rajadharma. So once swadharma means your personal duties. Example, as a member of your family, you have such few of your duties you need to follow. Then Raja Dharma. What are the duties of the Raja? Okay, these are, then you can give this 3 4 things. That's it. Nothing more important. Artha. Let's first one is there are for Purushartha. One is Dharma. Artha, Kama, Moksha. Now let's see what is Artha. Artha refers to all the means of acquiring worldly prosperity such as wealth or power. It means a righteous and honest pursuit of economic activities. See, what do you mean by Artha? Acquiring wealth and power in order maintaining dharma. Okay, if you want to, and one more thing I wanted to mention in dharma, VP Kane, dharma includes law, morality, religion, and custom. Okay, what did Louis Dormat said? Louis Dormant. Dharma reinforces the hierarchical and holistic characteristics of Indian society. Okay. Now, let's move to Artha. Artha refers to all the means of acquiring worldly pleasure. The word Artha literally means pursuance of wealth, material, prosperity, livelihood, and resources. Features of what are the features of Artha? Artha refers to all the means of acquiring worldly first introduction you should start with. Artha refers to all the means of acquiring worldly prosperity such as wealth and power. It means righteous and honest pursuit of economic activities. Economic one is economic prosperity, political power, material security, social welfare. See, all these acquiring wealth, it should be in order with dharma, in a rightful way. In order, if you want to get a political power, you should do it in a very proper and righteous manner, not indulging in a wrong manner. That what means Artha. It is necessary only to the extent that an individual can fulfill their social obligation as enjoying by dharma. If you want to take the car, bike, scooter, build a house, everything you need to do it in a rightful manner, that is dharma manner. One has to guard against the undue involvement of material things. Okay, let's look about kama. Kama refers to all the desires in man seeking pleasure through satisfaction of senses, including sexual satisfaction. See, kama means doesn't mean it's only about sexual satisfaction. Your desire is also a kama. So let's look at all. It includes all the impulses, instincts, and desires of the man through in a popular connotation and your emphasis that has been led on need of the fleshly only. It definitely includes an aesthetic satisfaction. In spite of emphasis on exercising control over senses, man always crave for indulgence in sexual pleasures. Hence, a corrective balance has to be stuck between need of body and the mind. See, no, sensory organ satisfaction is also and other things which are there other than this. Not only about sensory organs, even your mind needs few of the pleasures, that is also known as kama. Okay, that is why love has been adored in Indian life throughout the ages. As Raghavan states, in a wider context, karma provides the source from which all the activities spring. It supplies energies to innovate, to create something. It provides rasas which give birth to architecture, painting, music. See, through karma, all the different navarasas are coming. What Raghavan is telling, okay. Thus, apart from satisfying sexual needs of man, which is essential for perpetual of kula, family and lineage, kama fulfills the cravings of a man to substitute his feelings from aesthetic development, that is painting, music, poetry, all this are the fulfillment of kama. Then the last thing is moksha. The object of trivarga is to attain moksha. What are the three vargas? Dharma, Artha, Kama, and Moksha. Moksha is a salvation, liberation from endless cycle of birth to the death. Okay, Hinduism believes in rebirth. In order to not to born again is known as moksha. Moksha doesn't mean death. It is an escape from the rebirth. How do you born again? It's one more big concept. I'll explain it in karma, I guess. We'll get it karma. Okay, let's now look only about moksha. Moksha also implies self-realization or realization of identity. That means who are you, why you are born, what are this philosophical. In it's mostly mentioned in Upanishads. See, Upanishads convey it. The smile of the river joining the ocean and the smile of a ultimate return to the source. See, what is an aim of the river? Aim of the river is to meet ocean. Same thing, the aim of your life purpose is to escape from the rebirth. That's it. Moksha is a realization in which the knower becomes what he is. Brahmavid Brahmave Bhavati. This is an Upanishad saying from Chandodaka Upanishad. That means the knower of the Brahma becomes Brahma, which means that the knower becomes aware that in his real nature he is Brahma. It becomes the affirmation of realization of experience. Aham Brahmasmi, I am Brahma. That means there is no difference between you and God. Both you are born out of God. Every single atom in this world connects to the universe. So there is no difference between you and the universe. You are a part of the universe. Until see what did Krishna and Buddha said, and why people are suffering until until if anyone is suffering in this world, the pain is also, you will also experience that pain. So that means we are all one. We are all born from the single atom. That's what then summary, if I want to tell. It states that mind does not mean total. Okay. Thus we find that. So did you understand what is moksha? Simple. What is moksha? Moksha is a salvation, liberation from endless cycle of birth and death. Moksha also implies self-realization or realization. You can add this Upanishads from Chando. Brahmavid Brahmave Bhavati. Okay, that's it. So thus we find that the Purusharthas are value themes, goals of life arranged in hierarchical order to pursued by all the individuals and social categories. Any social, you might belong to any caste, you have to follow dharma. Dharma, Artha, Kama are the three principles motivating forces, urges, drives around which the whole life conduct of the man is comprehended. Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha. Management and conduct of individual and social life is conceived and formulated in terms of these three reference to the ultimate goal of the life, that is moksha. Louis Dormat has given the correct perspective of this trilogy of human functions in society. Manu says that the management and conduct of life should be conceived and formulated in terms of harmonious coordination of these three vargas. What are the three vargas? These three vargas has to be followed in terms of, in according to dharma. Okay, so we have completed the Purusharthas. What are the Purusharthas? Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha. See, you might get 10 marker on Purushartha. Right, explain VP Kane what he said about Dharma. Then, in your words, add 2-3 points. Then move on to Artha, Kama, and Moksha. That's it. Nothing more than 10. I guess only 10 marker will be asked. More than that is they haven't asked. But be prepared. Purushartha. Now let's move on to the topic Purushartha. Purushartha are ashrama system. There are 4 ashramas. One Brahmacharya ashrama, then Grihastha ashrama, Vanaraprastha, and Sannyasa. So let's study in detail what is Brahmacharya, Grihastha. As you all know what is Brahmacharya, you can write on your own, but the marks won't be fetched if you write in a general manner. So you need to arrange in a detail. Let's look at this. The theory of Purushartha has been given concrete expression in the scheme of ashramas. Ideally speaking, the life of Hindu is divisible into 4 stages. This fourfold division of the total lifespan is known as ashrama system. It contains obligations, rules and obligations of an Hindu. These 4 stages are Brahmacharya ashrama, Grihastha, Vanarprastha, and Sannyasa. First, let's study about Brahmacharya. The first ashrama is Brahmacharya, which implies the lives of a student and then learner. See, it constitutes the learning stage. Here, an individual is to trained by a guru. Here, an individual is to be trained by Guru to enable him to fulfill his obligation in a later ashramas. A brahmachari person passing through a brahmacharya is supposed to lead a life pretty self-denial, discipline, and non-indulgence in artha and kama. See, one, if you want to lead to a brahmacharya life, you don't. You have to. You shouldn't. You shouldn't follow artha or kama. What is artha? You shouldn't lead your life in gaining wealth or kama or desire, sensual organs desire. You don't need to follow it. Brahmacharya ashrama is used to begin with an initiation known as Upanaya Sanskara, scared thread ceremony. In this scheme of total celibacy is prescribed till the marriage. See, a student life can be said as a brahmacharya. You need to follow compulsory celibacy. You need to dedicate your life in learning. Okay, this is brahmacharya. You can write these two or three points. That's it. Then grihastha ashrama. When the guru certified that the boy was now a man and fits to enter the second stage, he was supposed to become back to a parent's household. See, once you are qualified an education, when you pass, okay, when you pass your schooling, now your guru certified, yes, you are ready for the grihastha. Grihastha means marriage, okay. Vivaha. In this ashrama, a person is initiated into a new role through the vivaha. See, in every ceremony, see, every stage of life is started with an celebration. One is Upanaya Sanskara, this is a ceremony. Then Vivaha, this is a marriage ceremony. This is considered to be the most critical and important ashrama because the basic triology of Dharma, Artha, Kama are to be translated in action. Okay, what are the four Purusharthas we spoke? No, this now attains in Dharma, in Vivaha, Grihastha. Manu is of the view that it is the stage of full bliss and blessings. All the remaining three ashramas require totality through this ashrama. Okay, among the duties of Grihastha, what are the duties? Reproduction, acquisition of wealth, feed the family, provide education of family. See, these are the general topics. I don't think you need to mention. Just for your understanding, I have added. Okay, it is believed that every Hindu born with certain depths such as Deva Runa, Rishi Runa will be studying in a separate topic. Runa, okay. Next, the third ashrama is Vanaprastha ashrama. The third stage is preparatory to the ultimate retirement. Okay, this is a retirement phase. After see, if you want to explain in the modern terms, from schooling, 6 years, sorry, 3 years, not 3 years to until you complete your engineering or any graduation is brahmacharya. Then 23 marriage to 60. In this phase gets, that is kama, acquisition of wealth. Acquisition of wealth is in. So Vanaprastha ashrama, this is a retirement stage after 60 years. During this phase, the householder relinquishes his duties. You do all your kids' marriage and leave your house. These links with his families are weakened. A Vanaprastha is expected to retire into nearest forest where he has to lead life meditation with minimal needs. Wife could accompany the husband, but there should be a complete absence from the sex. The significant point to be noted here is that Vanaprastha is still not totally detached from this world. Okay, it's very easy, I guess. Or is total absence of sex, still not totally detached from the world. Last form is sannyasa ashrama. Final stage on the total detachment starts from here. Okay, finally an individual is enjoined to take to sannyasa, which involves total detachment from the social life. Thus, in the sannyasa stage, an individual ceases to be a member of the society and is to concern himself with the purely personal goals. You shouldn't pursue any personal goals. Now the individual transformed into sannyasa is to preach truth of people and become. How do you escape from society? You have to give philosophy. That's it. Kautilya suggests that punishment for those who retire to adopt sannyasa without full undergoing his responsibility for his family and society. And significantly, Gita does not say that sannyasa is necessarily for moksha. It says that since a karma yogi, man of action, is also a sannyasi, he is not required to adopt sannyasa formally. Some see, that's it. I don't think anything need to be explained in detail. You can just see this. That's it. Let me 1 second. Finally, sannyasa. This is sannyasa ashrama. So today we'll end our lecture here. Tomorrow, we'll start with moksha, karma, rina, and rebirth. So that will complete chapter 3.1. Tomorrow we'll start with this. Okay, that's it, guys. Thank you.